Section 2.3 is about objects, classes, and methods. And here is the general idea. Objects are things that you can manipulate in your program. They have attributes, characteristics, and they have abilities, things that they can do. And so an analogy that I always use in class is that is a cat. So if I have a cat class, we can describe what all cats have in common. So all cats have an age and a weight and a number of legs. And all cats have some abilities. All cats can meow, they can all eat, and they can all sleep. And so if I have a cat factory, I can produce as many cats as I want. And each cat would have its own unique age, weight, and number of legs, and they would all have these abilities. And we've already seen some actual classes and objects used in our previous assignment. So the string class, we've used a number of string objects before. And so an example of how this would compare with the cat class I described. In a string object, you would have some data inside, and that would be like some text. Like hello world. And then the string class objects have the ability to tell you what the length of their string is, and also to give you an uppercase version of that string data. So that's two abilities that all string objects can do. And so you can have a number of string objects in your program, and all of them can do the same sorts of things with their individual strings. Okay. Another one is the print stream object. That's system.out. We've already used that one a number of times. And all print stream objects have some internal data that we don't need to know much about, but they all have the ability to print line and to print. And remember, print line takes a string of text and prints it to the console window with a return, and regular print just prints it and doesn't hit the return key. So all print stream objects have those abilities. And so that's the way that objects work in Java. Remember that the class is kind of the factory that pushes them out. The objects are the individual things. So a cat class can produce lots of cats. It can produce Fluffy and Tiger and whatever your cat is named. Those are all individual cats, but they all fit the same exact definition of what a cat is. And so the class is cat. The object would be Fluffy or Tiger or whoever it is. For a string is the name of the class, and the object would be whatever you named it. So string first name and string last name. Those are two different objects from the string factory, from the string class. And these abilities down here, those are the methods, the things that they can do. So cats can do these things, strings can do these things, and print stream objects can do these things. And those are the methods. Okay, so let's look at using some of these in a program. I'm going to create a string, and we will name it okay, just like that. And I'm going to create an integer. And I'd like to know how many letters, how many characters are in my string. And my string, since it's a string object, has the ability to tell us its length. And that's the method, the length method. The way that you call it is this: my string dot length. Okay? And so what that does is it tells the string object to run its length method, and it's always followed by a set of parentheses. Sometimes there's stuff you have to put in the parentheses, but in this case it's an empty set. And we'll describe that in the next section. But my string.length finds out how many characters are in here and spits that answer back right through the equal sign and puts it in my number. So if we were to system.out.println my number, we should see however many characters are in hello world. And we do, it says 13. Let's count those. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey, there's only 12 characters. And it says 13. So what's going on there? Well, space is a character. when it gets printed like that. So that's what it's telling us, that there is 13 characters, including spaces and symbols and commas and everything else. It's not just letters, all right? Okay, so that works exactly as expected. The other method in the string class that we used in the example is the toUpperCase method. So let's do that one. Let's take a new string, and we'll call it my big string. And we're going to set it to my string toUpperCase. Okay? So what this is doing is it's taking my string, which is this one, and it's calling the toUpperCase method, which goes through and gets uppercase letters for every letter in here, every symbol, every letter, whatever it is. So a capital H will stay a capital H, but a lowercase e will become a capital E. Now, it's important to note that it's not changing my string. It's just finding out what the uppercase version would be and then spitting that through the equal sign into my big string. So I'll print them both out. System.out.println my string. System.out.println my big string. And we should see hello world, and then we should see the capitalized version of that. And there you have it. And really, the point you need to understand there is that my string didn't change. Nothing changed. We just took the uppercase version of it and stored it in my big string. But my string is still lowercase, as you can see when it printed from here. Okay, that is section 2.3, and you should be able to answer the self-check questions on page 39.